All right, welcome back to the VOD with good old Bubbo.
It's me again.
Yeah, it's the dude that was having a stroke last time. Um,
I'm still having a stroke.
yeah, no, anyways, we're back. We're doing one more for the night. Because let's just say that the other one was good. Um, letting you
It's
know
good, but it was a bit short.
if there's gonna be any shipping, I'm just gonna voice both the characters because it makes me feel awkward. Anyways, welcome to My Little Pony Pinkie Senses, an affectionate you by My Quirk is Fried. Um,
Fred.
Fred. My brain's already experiencing a lot. The reason why I am doing these is because it seems fun. I like reading. I love books. Eventually, I'll be writing my own book, and with a bunch of my friends from the VR family, we're going to be doing something called voice acting book reading, which is my favorite type of book reading also. Um, we're going to be doing a whole mini series and a full series for it. I don't know when it's going to be released because I have to write the book for it. So, give me any ideas. Maybe I could do it this style with the whole Infection AU thing. It is a My Little Pony Infection AU, so of my own. I don't know when I'm going to be able to do it though because of work and bullshit reasons. But yeah, I'm here joined by my friend, like I said, Babo, or Baboger, or the Korean term for idiot. So let's go right
Correct.
ahead.
More
Um,
specifically, the Korean term for dumbass.
exactly. So, My Little Pony, uh, Pinkie Senses. Oh, I
For
forgot to
the
mention.
record, if you're a kid watching this, you probably should get out of here.
Yeah, no. If you are a kid, this is not suited for you.
Trust me, you don't want to get scarred. It's how I ended up like this.
Okay, let me tell you something, right? If you're a kid watching this, don't watch the actual show, regardless of what
Watch the
gender.
actual show. Go outside, play with friends, talk with your parents. Do anything other than being terminally online like we are.
Like, here's the thing: you should be watching this, like the actual show, right? Boy or girl, man or woman, watch the show. It helps with depression. You know what I mean? It helps with a lot of mental issues. That's why I've watched it. All right, and it's fun to watch. So yeah, this is Mimi Medic, and watch this toaster try to read. Let's go. Late night snack.
You
Crunch,
already
crunch,
fucked
crunch.
up.
Twitch, twitch. Twitch, twitch. Okie dokie, twitch, twitch. It's a good thing that I got us a snack. Celeste, you know we'd be tingling all night. I wonder, is every pony coming back? Oh. Pinkie Senses. I will be reading this one.
Alright.
Pinkie Pie. Infected. Patient 0 must be detained. Stage unknown, twitching constantly, health unknown, sanity unknown, hunger unknown, thirst unknown. Notes that Twilight's first injury, we don't know how long she had the infection. She told us that she had them since foalhood, but that's obviously not the case. The infection like these spread almost immediately, sometimes without no one's knowledge. Miraculously, none of us, myself included, close friends, got infected despite being directly contact with Pinkie. This might be a sign of immunity, but we won't be taking risks. Those were not gummy worms. Oh, Celestia, they're not gummy worms. Twitching constantly. Acts like old Pinkie Pie. Unlike the infected ponies, Pinkie Pie shows no sign of rot or waste. Only 4 infected were found with similar symptoms. All 4 are deceased. Wait, hold on.
You sure you. There you go.
Day 1, I think? Hi, I'm Pinkie, and these are my friends. They so-called parasites. Back when I was a little fool before I got my cutie mark, I made friends with some worms inside my body. They kept me safe from harm, becoming my famous Pinkie senses. Other ponies didn't know that my bestest friends, the parasites, were what kept all of us safe from harm. They loved as much as I loved them. They loved them as much as I did. When other ponies got less friendly with worms, I tried to have them convinced that I didn't start the infection. It's not our fault. But they wouldn't listen and left me alone. I hope they're okay though. I love them so much. Wiggles to protect me. Worm party. Oh.
She ain't doing so good.
Pinkie senses. Part 2. Your turn.
Rarity. Status. Possible immunity. Health 70%, not doing so well mentally. Sanity 50%. Hunger 50%, we force her to eat. Thirst 50%, hydration is forced. Rarity hasn't been the same since Sweetie was infected. She's done her best to hold it together for her and often visits her little sister. I suspect it's what keeps her from killing herself. We always do checkups on Rarity due to her constantly letting your sister touch her bare hoof or tail. Told her many times not to do that in case of infection, but nothing will get through to her. I'm going to see my sister now. No longer takes care of herself. Jesus Christ, that text is small. You can read that shit down there.
Tail stylized the often visits with Sweetie Belle. She was sick with her tail in a cell, and her sister is stylized despite us telling her not to. I'm gonna go see my sister now. It's not your fault,
Alright,
Rarity.
next. Uh, there we go. You going for this one or shall I?
Yeah, Pinkie Senses Part 3. Parasite history. The first to be infected were Phillies and Foals. The worms appeared as gummy worms and tricked nearly everyone until the infection started. It became noticeable. Dragons and Kirin are the only species that are completely naturally immune due to their body heat and due to it being too high for the worms to thrive. Note: chopping the worms into pieces won't kill them. Unsuspecting parents eating random gummy worms off the ground. The worms adapt later start spreading through the adult skin directly contact. The worms would produce a small baby worms were microscopic and would burrow into the skin of unsuspecting ponies, leaving them in the middle of the itchiness. Infection moves faster in the foals and fillies, cannot feel the worms, but are scared. Unknowingly infected, raw from scratching. Subject 1 appears to be normal. Slightly itchy skin, has hint of sweet flavor, but nothing extreme. It tastes like gummy bears. Raw areas from scratching. Earth ponies, zebras, and cows and bisons are a lot harder to be detected. Same stage. If the subject were magic or a flyer, there are extra symptoms in stage 1. Magic would become weak and even stop working before stage 2. Wings would stop working altogether, simply being dragged on the ground. Pegasus, Griffins, and Changelings and Unicorns are immediately found to be infected. Some same symptoms as Earth Pony, stop working, raw from dragging. Stage 2, worms that appear start in the main mouth and later in stages eyes. Despite the worms poking out, burrowing through the skin, it seems that the worms are produced by the numbing effect, leaving the subject with no little pain. The subject is more fatigued but still has some energy. Rash blisters and spreads, hunched, exhaustion, blood loss, shaky and weak. Legs spread to the balance. Stage 3, the worms start taking control of what the subject sees, hears, and smells. Sometimes they become blind and deaf. The subject isn't violent nor aggressive, but is more willing to come to contact with others. They will express the need for their friends and family showing signs of desperate depression and severe fatigue. Must not engage no matter what. How mournful their wails are, too weak to stand. They are physically rotting at this point. Note subjects overdose on chemicals produced by worms also cause the rotting. Rotting alive. My babies, you'll see them soon. Bile. Worms trying to leave. Dead worms.
You missed one. It's a black screen.
You read this one.
Shall I?
Yeah.
Alright. Twilight Star Sparkle. Status possible immunity. Health 70%, sanity 60%, hunger 60%, and first 100%. Completely sucked into her research. She's trying to keep it together for us, but we know she's not taking care of herself along with Rarity. Wants to find Discord and Pinkie Pie, but we made her stay. The kingdom needs her. She has an emotional support gator. She is overworking herself, and her eyes are red from crying, which we saw earlier, clearly. Spike. Status. Automatically immune. Body heat too high for parasites. Health 85%, sanity 75%, hunger 50%, and his first 64%. Spike has been taking up a lot of work involving leaving the safe zone. While he's immune, there are still many other risks. He, along with AJ, Rainbow Dash, and Fluttershy, are currently searching for Pinkie Pie in Discord. He writes every day. He has gotten stronger, keeps infected wildlife away, and has scars from the Crystal Heart. There's also a burnt one down there.
Yeah, there's some more.
I'm so proud of you, Spike. Thanks, Celestia. We'll find them, I promise. Fred. Status immune. Health 20%, makes poor life choices. Sanity 0%. Hunger 100%, fries. Thirst 100%, full of juice. Random Griffin we found. States that she's married to Megatron, who she says is a giant robot, whatever the hell that is. Told me to write, sorry guys, your favorite characters might die. Also states that Keizo is the best streamer. She may be dangerously and medically insane. Hates heights, LMAO, hot-headed, makes questionable art.
What?
That's the fucking creator self-insert.
Oh shit. My favorite song, but we can't play that.
Fair.
Pinkie senses.
Part 4.
Part 4. You get to read. If you miss anything,
Alright.
I'll read like the purple
The
stuff
quotes.
because that's Twilight's.
Applejack. Status, possible immunity. Health 75%, sanity 60%, hunger 50%, thirst 40%. One of the strongest willed ponies around here. However, she also closed off compared to before. Unfortunately, we lost the power to the element of honesty due to her change. It lays dormant along with the element of laughter. It's not her fault though. She's all so much it's difficult to be honest and open about your trauma when you're still living in it.
I'm fine, Twilight. Liar, lack of sleep, wedding band used as a nose ring, a matching gift from Big Mac, metal horseshoes cut short. Did I miss something? I did.
You did, yes. Used to be Rainbow Dash is now known as Rain Dance. Status, possible immunity. Health 75%, sanity 60%, hunger 55%, thirst 50%. Like AJ, Rain Dance has been deeply affected by the infection. So much so she dyed her mane a dark grey and changed her name to Rain Dance. She doesn't say, but I know it reminds her of the worms. Her loyalty to Element has strengthened since the infection. She's trying to revive the element of honesty through supporting her wife.
I'll talk to AJ, my no pony knows her like I do. Poor poor Hadai job hasn't preened herself, drip pattern from the dye. Hates anything colorful now. Wedding band. More buff from working on the ground. More covered Hercule mark.
Fluttershy. Status, once again, possible immunity. Health 80%, sanity 55%, hunger 65%, thirst 60%. She has taken the role of caretaker, also tried to adopt Pinkie's enthusiasm to bring some normalcy back. Since the infection, she refuses to touch the ground. She's tired, she'll try to rest on the trees. She desperately wants to find Discord and Pinkie Pie and refuses to stay in the Crystal Kingdom.
Silent wings are silent. Strong nose. Wings are powerful from constant use. False smile. Hooves and talon down. Great with food and medicine. Hooves are sensitive from underuse. Alright. Hold on.
Oh, a video.
Warning: eye strain, unnerving sounds, loud noises, body horror, worms, bile, and
Worms,
gore.
bile, and gore.
Viewer discretion is advised. Okay, Bubba, go right ahead. Oh.
There you go. Back. Status, healthy, no longer immune, became immortal after defeating Nightmare Moon. Health 63%, sanity 90%, hunger 30%, overworking yourself, thirst 70%.
Horn casts a magic veil, eyes are hidden. Other side is reflective like the moon.
Princess Luna has been keeping us all sane by overriding our dreams and aiding Canterlot. She's been the one contacting Cadence and I. Celestia hasn't written a letter in a long time. She says that she's overwhelmed with her responsibilities, but refuses to disclose her health and status. As of recent, our dreams have been getting worse. Luna seems to be absent in her duty, but she has been sending letters here and there. I worry for both of them.
Dear Twilight, there is no updates of whereabouts of Discord. Things have been changed around here. However, we still prevail. The army stands strong against any threat. I will notify you of my sister and I have changed in our health. Do not concern you with Celestia's health. She's fine. When she is ready, she'll send a letter. Best regards, Princess Luna. Do not stray far from the night. The sun's light is no longer safe.
Alright.
Then I will make it my priority that you'll never have the privilege of satisfaction. My Little Pony, Pinkie Senses, Radiant Origins. Yeah.
Hold on, look at the first comment. Batman? There are no laws against eldritch beings, Batman!
Pinkie Senses. Dear Twilight, it's me, Spike. We're doing...
I'll do it then.
Yeah.
Dear Twilight, it's me, Spike. We're doing okay. In fact, we found Zakora and Treehugger. They've been taking refuge at Zakora's hut this whole time and have been taking in survivors who got lost. They resupplied us with a journey and we finally got to sleep in beds for once. We're having Ponyville before we know it.
Bruh. That picture is wholesome.
Yep. Treehugger. Status healthy, Pergananant. Health 100%, no morning sickness. Sanity 90%, pretty chill. Hunger 90, thirst 90. Has been living with Zakora. She's relatively the same she's always been. Extremely helpful when it comes to herbs and medicine. Her and Zakora build off of each other. It's medical knowledge.
Alright, Fluttershy is excited for Tree's baby. Need some Delta 8. I'll take your entire
Need some
stock.
milk, hate.
Tired from collecting herbs. Cooks for the survivors. Cured my flu.
Sakura. Status healthy. Health 100%. Cold exterior. Sanity unknown. Stable but likely affected mentally. Hunger 90% and first aid 90%. Turns out she's been living in her home throughout the infection. Apparently infected individuals still not so long out in the wilderness. Sakura has been helping lost survivors who couldn't find their way to the Crystal Kingdom.
Unharmed but more reserved, still nice. She definitely seen things. Only express herself around Treehugger. All these horses are gay. It's making medicine for others' disease. I forgot we still have the common cold. Someone. More you know. Oh boy.
Should I?
No, I'll do that. In this AU, changelings are mid-reinformation, and not all the same changelings are reformed before the infection. So the stragglers are likely shown rare in the rarity post. The changelings reformed or not are not enemies, or not when there is an infection. There's also that kills them. Yes, that includes Chrysalis. Celestia and Luna are stationed at Canterlot City. It was evacuated, leaving just the princess, the guards, and the teams of scientists. Celestia keeps in contact with both Twilight and Cadence to updates the two of the potential cure they're working on. Yes, Celestia is in the front lines of the operation, but she's not going to be useless in this AU. The Griffins keep away from the situation. The most part, they're not naturally immune. Species like dragons and Kirans are also not got involved. They were never close to the ponies before the infection, so why should they be now? When the worms came from them, some Griffins stepped in to help the Crystal Empire, but they are banished from Griffinstone. Kiran helped keep finding herbs in the forest to give Celestia for research. Some are scientists and doctors who also handle the worms and the infection without fear of the infection. The infected like them simply because they don't hesitate to touch them and treat them like people. Celestia is immune thanks to her own sun powers, upping her body heat. Luna is not. Luna is not an alicorn. Before
Celestia is not an alicorn, you mean?
Celestia is not an alicorn. Before Celestia sent Nightmare Moon to the moon, cast the spell that made her unable to control her powers, hence why Celestia needs help 1,000 years later. Needs Twilight's help 1,000 years later. This spell has also been chipping away at her mind.
Chopping away at her mind.
Okay, I'll keep reading. Discord is the brother of Luna and Celestia. Okay. Chrysalis was once an alicorn tyrant, hungry for power. She was discriminated in her childhood due to having both wings and a horn, and gave back the energy tenfold. However, her tyranny was so cruel that it angered the god of creation, Celestia. So Chrysalis refuses to speak of that day, nor does she wish to meet face to face with Celestia ever again. Many of the villains that you've seen existed long before has faced Celestia one way or another. None of them have won. Some say that she was merciful, but if you ask like Chrysalis, she would disagree. She was merciful, she killed me. The threats only have started attacking Celestia when they learned that she would be no longer step outside her glorified chamber of her own decision. Gilda, Ember, and Spitfire are the heads of the search they rescue. They are considered the best of the group of rescuers. They have bonded one another through their time. Dr. Redheart, previously a nurse, became the head doctor of the Crystal Heart Hospital to treat patients after Dr. Horse was infected. Shut up. Pinkie senses. Rotten Butch? Why are you back so soon? Your break just started. Wait, is there a leak? Why is there so much water down here? What the hey is going on out? Hall? Luna is gone.
Yo, she dead.
Pinkie senses. Radiant origins.
Should I read this?
Yes.
Many lost winters ago, the first Alicon was born. Her heart was filled with love and kindness, seeking friendship among her peers, despite being very different. Her gentleness and loyalty was endless to all in need. Unfortunately for Crystal, unicorns, Pegasus, and Earth ponies were segregated, and the idea that Crystal was a unified entity of all three had challenged their beliefs and ways of life. So, terrified and disgusted by her, the ponies persecuted the poor Alicorn. The ponies' Crystal's mere existence was an abomination. Damn, horse racism. Crystal was left distraught, having no pony to turn to. Ugh. Her fragile heart was wounded beyond repair. Despite everything she did for those ungrateful ponies, they took pieces from her and gave her nothing in return. Like any pony who was mistreated by their peers, Crystal would eventually grow bitter with malice and fury. Soon, Crystal Heart would gain the favor of other ponies by appealing to some and striking fear into some others. Ponies and creatures she had befriended would serve her without question, some would even hurt others on her behalf. Those who dared to discriminate against her wings and horns were punished, soon placed into labor camps or humiliated in front of her peers. Goddamn, Horse Hitler! Punishments became even more severe, bordering on cruel as the rest of the villagers attempted to push back against their new dictator. Damn literal Horse Hitler! Crystal's way of ruling did not go unnoticed. Word spread far and wide, soon reaching the shrine of the great god known as Celestia. She sent her ambassadors to bring peace to the newly founded Crystal Kingdom, but was met with their wings and horns broken. Celestia was livid. After sending a message to the ponies, Crystal assumed she would continue her new rule as queen. She was wrong.
If you wish to
If you wish to continue with your cruel selfishness...
This is me. If you wish to continue with your cruel selfishness, then I'll make it my priority that you'll never have the privilege of satisfaction. Extras! We made it to the extras. Luna's
big ass moon.
I feel thirsty just looking at it, and I wonder if it has water. If it's so refreshing. Before.
After. So majestic. Look at that happy colonizer. Oh, why do I just go on the next slide? I'll follow up. You go for that one?
Me and the bronies ganging up on some of my bullies.
Trigger warning, blood and simplified gore in the next slide. You get what you fucking deserve.
Previous
I can't read that shit.
Harmony. These guys naturally got lore. Their stories are actually fucking depressing, let me tell y'all. Not very
harmonious anymore, I guess.
They're just really nothing to see.
Dear Crystal, it's on site. Love, Celestia. when I catch you, Ricky.
Twilight's bed is with a very nice view. It's actually comfy as fuck.
Radiant Origin's official symbol. You'll see it appear more. There's another one.
Hold on. Okay, we can play this one. Hold on, did the other one out?
There's another one.
Pinkie
There we go.
senses. Hey Twi, sorry for dropping all the formalities. What am I saying? I'm like your younger brother, but the moon is fucking huge.
I'm pretty sure this is Spike.
I know. I woke up thinking it was a day. Oh yeah, it is Spike. Fuck. Okay.
Yeah. Hey Twi, sorry to drop all the formalities. What am I saying? I'm like your younger brother at this point. But the moon is fucking huge. I woke up thinking it was day, only to come face to face with a big ass rock. Did something happen? Is someone okay? That's when you can. That's the only thing I woke up to. There were puddles swimming around, as in. Try, do you remember back when we went out on a full moon to celebrate Nightmare Night? There's a bunch of earthworms going crazy. And you told me that full moons tend to cause worms and creatures to become more active. Apparently, gummy worms aren't an exception. Luckily, it's the pre-adaptation worms, and they were just wriggling around the mud, so it'll be impossible for AJ, Flutz, or RD to get infected, unless they eat them off the ground like toddlers. I think this is really bad news for everyone infected.
Oh Jesus. Why is Rainbow fucking humping AJ there? Jesus.
Spike has one with a fucking grip. Also, we haven't found any Kieran out here. They're supposed to be here foraging and seeking a cure, but there's no one out here. I think the moon scared them, or at least I hope. Better than running from something we all see than something we haven't seen yet. I'll update you later, Twilight, so be safe.
Pinkie senses.
Discord. Christ. Automatically immune? We cannot locate his whereabouts. Health unknown, sanity unknown, hunger unknown, and thirst unknown. Before the infection was known, Discord randomly disappeared. Some speculate it has something to do with the worms, but I don't believe a god like Discord can infect it. He's literally a god. But where is he? He wouldn't just stitch us. I know this because he wouldn't willingly leave Fluttershy for even a minute. I get more and more scared as I think about Discord.
Tell me about that. She made me in her image. Who are you? Hoovers. Has eyes everywhere. Do not stare long. You will go crazy. Collects Fluttershy's here. What? I told you that in confidence. Shut up, Hatsune Miku. You're not needed. You're not supposed to be here. Pinkie senses. Ember, Spitfire, and Gilda are all currently searching for survivors in the near the Crystal Kingdom. They have been finding less and less survivors, and even less survivors that aren't infected. Ember is the only one who's physically can touch the infected. Spitfire and Gilda carry suits with them to help as best as they can do. If there are too many infected that are too weak to follow after them, they will unfortunately be left behind. While Spike's group is making their way through the vast forest of the Everthree, Pinkie Pie has been seeking shelter in Twilight's old library, which has been rebuilt after the battle with Tyrek and Twilight. Pinkie has only been reading through all the books out of boredom at first, but she finds herself engrossed with a few old books. She's currently reading Chapter 2 of Radiant Origins, and also found Candy to hold her off. Pinkie has been cleaning the bodies of animals off the grounds in Ponyville. Winona has been leaving the messes for Pinkie. The air tastes sour. The fuck?
Oh,
I've made a grave mistake. Pinkie senses. Do you know that the stars are lonely? That those without planets are doomed to stare into the lights of the past, not knowing if the other stars are still alive. What the fuck is this? If why stars believe themselves to be blessed with their own solar system, their own planets, those stars are not lucky, although they are not lonely. They are cursed to face a reality that no star could ever wish to experience. What the fuck? What? Loss. Pinkie senses Radiant Origins, Chapter 3 of The Wall of Equestria, 4 days after the Whale of Equestria. Dear readers, this is a historical text that's not written formally, but as a formal first account of some pony who has lived to hear the Whale of Equestria. The part of our history is something deeply important to all of us and has changed everything. I would have written my own accounts in my own journals, but for some reason I discussed in a bit I cannot. To the start, there were no living witnesses to retell what they saw. The few that survived are, I can put in it brain dead. They are deaf, blind, mute, but those with the disabilities are lively. These ponies are breathing corpses. If any pony else had heard the wail and cry and shout, it was all heard of Equestria. All that left us was Luna's banishment and Celestia's isolation. The thing is, ponies are suddenly forgetting. Yesterday I approached a colleague of mine and brought up the whale up further to discuss our theories, and he looked at me, stared me in the eyes and said, "What whale?" Him and the others then corrected me when I told them about Celestia's sudden isolation, Luna's banishment, stating Luna that was banished for a hissy fit, and Celestia never left her shrine since the beginning of time. They told me that no pony has seen her very being. There were others that said this, but they expressed how paranoid they feel, like they missing something. I tried to prove them wrong. I went to dig up historical texts, but they too turned up blank, or rather rewritten. Every one of my favorite literatures, her ethereal luminosity is completely different. It's not the same poem anymore. No books can be trusted with the accounts of Celestia's physical appearance along with her historical details, all except this book. The book dates a spell and dispels magic, including Celestia's, which means that it cannot be levitated or written by magic. You have to see it with your own hooves, mouth, and hands, if you're lucky. This explains the historical texts were unaltered. I must protect our history. We must not forget. 2 weeks after the Whale of Equestria, it isn't the same. Some secret covered up by the ponies like I thought it was. I don't know what it or why, but ponies are generally forgetting everything before, or rather remembering false memories. Everything is changing, and every pony acts believe that it's always been like this, but I can't be angry at them. I'm forgetting too. I read all the books on this today or yesterday, and I'm finding that I claim to remember the Whale of Equestria despite no recollection of such thing right now. I'm not forgetting, and I would never write this down in such important book unless I'm absolutely certain of it. Something is wrong. It's nagging in the book in the back of my head. 1 month after the disappearance of Luna, dear readers, I have no recollection of these events whatsoever. Something has happened during the banishment of Luna. I asked around, got the same answer that confirms no whale of Equestria had ever occurred. Even searched for the surviving witnesses that I brought up, I found nothing. I've cut my losses and destroyed this chapter. This chapter, had it been not for the grumpy old goat I spoke to this morning. Listen to me and listen good, he said to me. Do not doubt what you've written in those books. Do not fall in this false reality. This is a curse. I have no physical evidence to back up any of these claims, but I beg for whoever reads this to keep these words in the back of your head. Do not destroy these pages, as this could be the only link to the possible event. I do not care if it's labeled as fiction. All I ask you is do not destroy these pages under any circumstances. Lauren Foss, Celestia's priestess and head historian. Listen.
Hold on, that's the same page except the last one is different.
Do you mind?
Do you mind? Oop.
Pinkie senses. So you've been gone a week before everyone else left?
Mm-hmm.
And you're sure you're not eating the pages?
Of course not. Why would I ruin such important historical texts? Besides, these books are past their expiration date.
Okay. May I ask why reading's suddenly important to you now?
Apocalyptic towns can get boring from time to time, I'm sure you understand.
Equestria geography. Canon/original map. My version to be finished. Oh my god. Oh no. Bruh. I like Discord's design on this.
Agreed. I don't see the point in sneaking around. We're the only ones here. This is getting a little ridiculous for my taste. Why? They got a chaos. Need to hide. What's gotten into you?
Shit. I have to got to work in an hour, and I'm gonna get the continuation.
I gotta work an hour. I get the continuation out later. Let me see here. Oh, that's nasty. No wonder it smells like shit. Well, nothing a little me can't fix.
Discord, no. Ugh.
We are encountering technical difficulties.
Otherwise, with powers would be. That would be. Wait, is this a video? Oh, it is.
It is. Oh, there's the last one.
I'll keep it on for this. Run!
Ah! Stop!
You gotta
Hold
play the
on.
pipe. Yoink. Bro, that's where it's gonna end?
I mean, it's not ended yet, but it's still ongoing. I mean, as you can see, the last one was like a week ago.
So, this was Pinky Senses. I actually quite like this one.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, Baba was the one that announced this one. So my thoughts. I like the whole thing with the dynamic with Pinky and Discord working together at the end there.
I like the art style in general.
Yeah,
That's just
the art
great.
style. The only thing I gotta say is like, so the main six is possibly immune. Where the what
I mean,
happened
all of
to?
them were possibly immune.
Yeah, but what happened to Rarity? You only got like one scene with her, two scenes with her in the very beginning, and that was it.
Remember, she has crippling depression.
Still, makes me wonder if she
Yeah,
offed
because her
herself.
sister got infected.
You know what I mean? It makes me wonder if she offed herself. And then with whole Celestia being like an eldritch abomination,
Smash.
what? Bro, you would even say smash to Discord. So like,
Yeah, I'll smash Discord too. I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah. So like, I'm just saying though, like, so yeah, we'll be doing more of this. Hopefully, we could get more people part of the squad. Maybe get Dust or Sonic in this. Maybe he could do some voice acting too.
Did you
Maybe
even get Dust introduced?
yeah. No, I gotta do that too. I gotta introduce Dust.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
fairly. I thought so because I remember you didn't have him introduce himself yet.
he was taking a break during that time frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is amazing. I'm so sorry, though. I'm kind of tired from all the reading, but like next thing that we're gonna be doing is if I get to see some, probably I'm gonna like go for like 5 or 10 views and a couple likes and a couple comments or whatever for both of these videos, and if I see that it's popping off and everyone's liking them, I'm sorry that there's no intro or outro for my videos. Like I said, I am very new to editing. Um, when I'm able to and get the money for the software for uploading and editing videos, well, like editing videos for an intro and outro, I will totally do that. That is totally on my fault, and I'm so sorry, y'all. But I'm just doing uncut
We
one.
all start out somewhere.
I'm doing one-shot wonders. Yes, if Baba made a very offensive joke, that means we would have to do this all over again. And I'm glad that he was able to keep his jokes to himself.
Trust me, I wanted to say something so you would have a reason to look over all of the footage and then have to edit that single joke out.
But here's the thing, I won't be even able to do that because I don't know how to. So that means we gotta read it all over again. So At least here, he was able to wait to the very end.
You know who else waits to the very end? My
No, but a lot of gay ponies in this one, which is fine. I'm technically gay, so it's okay. You know what I mean?
A lot
So
of gay horses here.
yeah, no, but especially with the, especially with the creator. Oh man, she cracked me. He or she cracked me up. You know what I mean with the whole thing. Fred,
Fred, who was into Megatron.
bruh. Let me talk about Spike though. Spike seemed the most interesting one out of all the others.
Spike looked like fucking Bahamut.
Can't say that.
What? It's not a bad thing. You know what a Bahamut look like?
No.
Hold on, let me get a picture.
Well, anyways, this was the first, well, second episode technically of
Uh,
Infection AU reading. I'm gonna be making a playlist. Don't expect me to upload every day because, like I said, I work and I have a very shit sleep schedule. Um, if
this is what I'm talking about.
yeah, look forward for the Limbus Company narration story. And if you guys want to see some gameplay, I am not going to make a new account because I refuse to cry myself to sleep at night. So, yeah, Bob, do you think I'm missing anything?
I don't think so, no. I think you talked more than enough.
All
I
right.
mean, most people here are probably just here for the reading, so.
Yeah. Like I said, I'll make like a separate video about updates and stuff. So, like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell notification. If you like my stuff, you don't got to, but I would appreciate, and me and my family would, well, my virtual family would appreciate you doing that. So, bye bye. I'm signing off. Mimi Medic out.